Hello. We are conformed by Moisés Mezquita, Carlos Esquivel, Ángel Iñiguez, Matías Machuca, Karen Rodriguez, and Melissa Hernandez, and me, Jose Capetillo. And today we're going to talk about how we are feeling right now because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which we are living right now, and it's affecting our everyday lives because there's been a lot of deaths. So we want to prevent that by wearing a mask, social distancing, and closing up non-essential business. And this pandemic is like making people stressed because there's like no certainty when it's going to end. So, like I said, we're going to talk about how we're feeling right now and what are we doing to live our regular lives.
So during the last 7 months, everything has changed. Um, it's hard to believe how a simple disease brought sickness and death. However, we learn how to adapt and survive. My self-care wouldn't have changed. I still caring about my nutrition, my learning, and keeping a good hygiene. My growth and self-assessment has been different since I used to do everything outside. Now I have to do it everything inside my room. My life has been extremely boring. However, I have a wonderful family, and that's all the support I need. Since the and what the future holds, since the virus took control over the world, it's hard to know.
Change of the pandemic. With this comes the distance of my friends. I cannot see them because they're too far apart for their safety, as well as the excessive amount of work the schools are giving us because it's getting hard every time. Self-care. To take care of myself, I started making some of my hobbies, such as drawing or playing the guitar. Also, taking advantage of the technologies and starting calls with my friends for me to have time with them and socialize. Also, I have grown myself. I've learned how to be more organized and appreciate more the time I used to have with my friends. And on being supported, I have to take advantage of this. I have the opportunity to talk more with my parents, have a better relationship with them, and hearing them gives me a better view of the world because they have more experience than I have. And as for what the future holds is, I don't know if it's something we need to be concerned about because we don't know how long this will be and what economic repercussions will be in the future for this.
Personally, I did not have any changes because of the pandemic, but I started to be a little bit more cautious so I don't get the COVID and I shouldn't kill other people. And I try to do that by wearing a mask. And also, when I feel stressed, I often listen to music or play the drums because I'll forget what's going on. And also, I never listen to the news because they scare people. And I've been trying to be a little more organized so I don't leave stuff at the very last minute. And when I have time to finish, I ask for my friends to give me a retroalimentation. I'm supported by my friends and parents at everything I do, but I tell my friends more confidential stuff because they're my age and have the same troubles as I do. And when I plan to graduate here on studies and I'll apply to college in the United States most likely, but if they're still shut down, I will wait another year because I'm not taking online school again.
At the beginning of the pandemic, I realized that I needed to change my routine because it wasn't really healthy to be spending most of my time in front of a computer and that it needed to be a little bit more effective. I also realized that I had extra time that I could use on myself, so I decided to work a lot on my mental health because I felt really alone even though I had most of my friends. And then my family helped me a lot because they were there to support me. And I feel like there's still gonna be a lot of changes and I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I do hope that it starts getting better and better.
During this time of isolation, we have been going through some obstacles, like not being able to visit our friends and family. We have learned that it's important to talk to ourselves so that way we can increase our self-care and we can self-assessment. There is a lot of time we can use for ourselves. We can improve our habits and our way to working home, like being more organized in time. Other aspect is that we can't give up for our goals. Every goal is achievable. So this isolation won't change our way to life. Also, we need to think that our actions will affect in the future. So we need to think twice what are we doing in home. Giving up is not for us. Anytime that you think it's impossible or something went wrong, just analyze the situation and check which are your improvement areas.
The pandemic has affected my life a lot, since I can go to school or see my friends and family. To take care of myself during the pandemic, I had stay in contact with friends, never go out, and eat healthy. Staying home has affected a lot my personal life, but not all is bad. Now I know more about myself and I enjoy my own company. The way that I go through this situation is with the support of my friends and family. I hope that in the future we can all overcome the situation and go back to our normal lives.
We can conclude that the pandemic has greatly impacted our lives, mainly isolation, which has affected us and made us feel alone and distant. But not everything is sad, since some of us had a positive impact in our lives, and it has helped us to grow as people. Thank you and have a nice day.